Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm finally bringing you the hybrid Sorc Duality build I've been playing for the past few weeks. Just a disclaimer, it is meant for no CP, but if you're really hardcore and you're a good player, you can actually make it work in CP. There are a few different options on what you can run in this build, so I'm going to go over that. And this video will be structured in first gear sets, second skills, third I will go over the synergies between the skills and why this build actually works, and lastly I'm gonna go over some gameplay and commentate over it to show you just how the build does play out in actual combat. Okay, so since I don't have everything maxed on this build out just yet, I'm going to use the ESO build editor from Uesp to just show you guys how the stats will look if it's completely maxed. But I have already played this build in no CP and BGs, and it works just fine. It works perfectly fine. Okay, so let's begin. First off, attribute points. We are evenly spread between Magicka and Stamina because we're playing a hybrid. The gear sets we are running are for no CP, one Kenna. You can also go Balorgh here, one Balorgh. One Dumb House for the extra mag and stam. Then Pelinals on the front bar. We are only running Pelinals on one bar. And there's a reason for that. Then the second set is Shacklebreaker, actually. As you can see, I don't have the rings purple yet, so we're losing out on quite a bit of stats here. But it works perfectly fine. So these rings are actually not particularly hard to get. You can get them pretty easy and it's not too expensive. So the only thing you need is a crafter that has 9 trait crafting for the Pelinal set. The rings are pretty easy to get. So we're running as well, like I said, Pelinal on front bar, and on the back bar we are running the Master's Bow infused with weapon and spell damage enchant. The Pelinal sword is just going to be Nirnhound, and we are going to use the double dot poisons, since they just apply this absolutely nasty dot, and they can also proc the poison status effect, which is another small dot to add to it, so that's really, really nice. Alright, for skills we are using Hurricane, Crit Surge, Dark Deal, Vigor, Poison Injection, and Precog for just survival, and as well the block mitigation on your bow, because you use the bow a lot as a retreat bar, and the extra block mitigation will help. On your front bar we're going to use Streak. You can't opt out for this. Streak is absolutely crucial to this build. We are using Curse, Fury, Reverb, and Pierce Armor, and as an ult we are using Dawnbreaker of Smiting. You can go Flawless Dawnbreaker. However, I really do like the stun on Dawnbreaker of Smiting, and it helped me out. And the extra damage just opts in perfectly into this build, and I'm going to talk about that later. So these are the skills and the armor. I'm going to switch over to the build editor now, just to show you how this build will look like when it's finished. So see you there. Alright guys, so these are the stats if the build is gonna be maxed out. So everything is just purple. I'm not golding out my stuff most of the time, just the weapons. But purple jewelry and purple armor will definitely help you out on this one. So we are looking in no CP, so CPs are off, but we are in Cyrodiil. We are gonna see at about 26,000 HP, which is really nice. It gives you the burst cushion you need, because you are fairly squishy on this build. But that's just how I play and how the play style is meant to work. So we are looking at 23k Magicka, 22k Stam, and we are running pretty high recoveries. Since it's an OCP build, you need decently high recoveries since we're using Sword and Board and we are weaving a lot of bashes into our combos. So you need the extra Stam and you need the extra Magicka for streaks and dark deals. Alright, so spell and weapon crit are obviously low, we are in no CP. Our resistances are okay, we are in medium armor, so that's fine. Crit resist is fairly low, but everyone's crit is fairly low in no CP. And we are using 3 infused on our big pieces for the tri-enchants. We are also using all tri-enchants on every armor piece. I should say that. So for our jewelry, we are going with all infused Pelinal's jewelry, or if you want Shacklebreaker jewelry because it's easier to make. And we are using 1 Magicka recovery glyph, 1 stamina recovery glyph, and 1 weapon damage enchant. For our food, we are using the tri-stat food. As we have high recoveries, we just want to push as much max Magicka and max stamina as we can in no CP, and we are actually getting pretty decent stats here. As our Mundus, we are using the Warrior, we are medium armor, and Pelinals, we want to stack the weapon damage as high as we can, so we can copy it over to spell damage. As a race, we are Argonian. You can go Dark Elf, but Argonian is just gonna be heads above all. Like it's gonna be way better than any other class you have in this game for hybrid Sorc, for this particular build at least. All right, so let's see all the buffs. We are gonna use tri-stat potions, so we are gonna get the major endurance, major fortitude, and major intellect. We do have pierce armor, so we get the major breach and the major fracture, which is really important. And obviously major ward and major resolve from our hurricane, as well as our weapon damage enchant. By the way, I'm going to link this build in the description below, just so you can check out how it's done if you can't remember stuff. Alright, okay, now for different options on what you can run. This is no CP, and our sustain is pretty darn good for no CP. Like, it's actually really good. With Dark Deal, we are gonna have so much resources to play with, and what you can actually do is you can opt out for 1 Doma House here and actually use Canna. So it's gonna be light Canna piece, an epic quality, and it's gonna be impen. So if you have Canna, and I have played with Canna and it works pretty dang well, but it's hard to control, you're gonna get a lot more weapon damage. Like, in comparison to 1 Doma House, 1 Canna, you get over 700 more damage if you proc Canna with all your other enchants, and it's not hard to proc. And yeah, it's 5.2k weapon and spell damage is absolutely phenomenal. It works super great. But since you should first practice it, I would recommend putting 1 Dumb House in. Like, the damage difference is not that great, but the sustain will be a lot better if you put 1 Dumb House in and 1 Canna. What you can also run instead of Canna is Balorgh. I don't have Balorgh yet, that's why I haven't teased it in any way, shape or form yet. But you can run Balorgh, and it would work perfectly fine with the Dawnbreaker combos. Alright, so these are the stats. And now I'm gonna go over your synergies and combos, and for that I'm gonna go back into ESO. So yeah, see you there. Okay, now we are going to take a closer look at the synergies of this build and why it actually works so dang well in no CP and just overall. Okay, so obviously you're gonna use Hurricane for your movement speed buff and your major resolve and major ward. Makes you tanky, makes you fast, and this build is super fast. You're gonna play really fast with this build. Fast paced. Glass cannon, fast paced, and a lot of damage. Now we are using crit surge. We only need the major brutality since we are playing with Pelinals. It stacks up the weapon damage and then copies it over to magic damage, which is great. Since we are Argonian, our heal is actually pretty decent as well, and it does not scale down in no CP. So you will have your 3100 heal, basically. Same goes with Dark Exchange. We are using the morph that gives you back stam because you are gonna bash a lot with your sword and board and dodge and block. That's why we need the extra stam. But yeah, it's just, what do I say? It helps out so much with the sustain, and we have mana for days. We have so much magicka recovery, and we don't have a lot of magicka skills that we spam except for streak, maybe. But the heal as well, it's not gonna scale down based on your weapon or magic damage. So it's a really good heal for no CP. Then we have Vigor. This one does scale with your weapon damage and your CPs by a lot. But this is the only heal we have easy access to with the combos we are playing. And yeah, it's a no-brainer. Every stam class needs to run Vigor. Like, there's only like one class that can opt out for Vigor, and that's Stam Warden. Poison Injection. This one is like, this is the most important skill on this build, I would say. Since the dot and execute are what gives you the access to actually burst down the opponent. And since we are running the Master's Bow, it just helps out so much with what we are doing. Precog here for the damage shield when you block, when I'm kiting, when I'm getting interrupted by Dark Deal and need to get out of there. And obviously it helps as well with sustain. Like, three people chase you, you streak 2 times, they all spam gap close, you precog, bam, you're out of the way. They won't be able to catch you with this one. Streak, the offensive morph, because I like to streak through multiple opponents and get behind them, especially in BGs when people are stacked together and your healers are in the back. You put your curse on them, you execute, you streak through them, and then hit them with a Dawnbreaker from the back. Works perfectly, and since we are playing hybrid, streak actually does a decent amount of damage. Curse, this is your primary combo ability. Like, you want to put your curse on him and then combo the curse with anything. If it's a streak, if it's a reverb, if it's a pierce armor, if it's a Dawnbreaker, just combo it with one of these skills to burst down your enemies. Now, Endless Fury. One of the nastiest executes in the game, and it gives you back magicka, which helps out our sustain even more. So lots of sustain on this build. And it worked, like, why this build has so much synergy and works so well is because of this. Like, your Poison Injection procs under 50% health on your enemy, and your Endless Fury procs under 20% of your enemy's health. And then, don't forget that we have Implosion, and Implosion procs under 50% health. So we are basically chaining executes to burst our opponent down. And yeah, so some people are just a little bit more tanky and have more heal and are hard to kill. And for that, we actually have Reverb. Reverb, the Major Defile, helps a ton. In BGs, sometimes you're playing against healers and they just keep their front line up for ages. Streak in the back, Reverb the healer, combo Curse with anything on this bar, and a Poison Injection, Fury, they're dead. Now, for Pierce Armor. Pierce Armor is just, it's going to be your primary spammable. Don't go for Heroic Slash. Heroic Slash, even though it's a super great skill, it is a lot more expensive here. It's like almost 1,000 stamina more expensive, and it doesn't give you the major penetration debuffs on your enemies. So if you're fighting against a tankier opponent, like this is what will kill them, will help kill them, together with your reverb. Okay, so as I already told you guys, we are chaining executes here with Poison Injection, the Endless Fury, and your Implosion. So your primary objective is to burst your enemy under 50% health. And for that, we are going to use your Curse, your Dawnbreaker, your Reverb, and your Pierce Armor. Now, if you don't have the Master's Bow, I won't use Poison Injection. Like, the build will function well even without Poison Injection, but this one gives just the edge to make it like super strong in OCP. There's this new set where you can use Draining Shot, and the Draining Shot will apply a bleed to your enemy. The bleed is super good as well, since it ignores armor and you don't have a lot of penetration on this build. But Poison Injection is your best option, especially when you have a Master's Bow. And since we're running, oh yeah, I forgot to say this, but we are running double dot poisons on our Twitch and Bow, on our sword and board bar, and the Poison Injection as well as the double dot poisons can proc Poison Status Effect, which will as well be another dot on the enemy. So combining that with the Dawnbreaker dot is just a lot of dots, and these dots will pressure your enemy under this critical threshold where your Poison Injection, your Fury, and your Implosion will proc. I'll show you a small video later, a small clip later, where it's just, and some dude just gets exploded. Over 20k burst damage in a CP campaign. But yeah. So instead of just talking about more of these synergies, I'm just going to show you how it actually will play out, and how the playstyle works out in the BGs. Because you can't face tank a lot with this build. You are gonna have to play like really fast paced and set your combos from a distance, and that's the beauty of this build, because your Poison Injection, your Curse, and your Fury, you can set them from a distance. You don't have to be close to your enemy. And then when you see, okay, alright, this is a squishy guy, bam, you streak through them, Dawnbreaker, Reverb, or Pierce Armor, and you kill the dude. Yeah, as I already told you, the sustain is super great, and we don't have a burst, but we don't have a burst heal. So we are using the tripods on this build. Every hybrid wants to use tripods. It's just this, with the fact that you have good recoveries, Dark Deal, and you're playing hybrid, is just gives you, like, this is the best sustaining build I've ever played in BGs. Like, you can kill whole teams and never run out of resources. Okay, so let's jump into the gameplay. This is going to be on YouTube, on the Guild's channel, and we are going to look at them in slow motion. So looking forward to commentate over them. All right, just one more example of the absolutely crazy burst that can happen with this build. Actually, there are two more sequences I want to show you. Like, this was an IC. It's no CP IC, and I'm running into two enemy players that have the Imperial Physique on and have over 10k stones. So this should be a lost fight instantly. Like, because I was playing against the Warden, a Match Warden, and a Magic Nightblade. So, yeah, they're just gonna stack shields up their asses, and one Assassin's Will or one bad Subterranean, and I am dead. And they're both healing each other as well. But this Warden gets a bit greedy. So I put my light attack poison injection of in and dodge roll. Like, he puts his field down, I don't want to stand in there. Unless I can instantly kill him. And I'm not even playing with tripods here in this sequence. But I don't have to stand in there, right? So I put my Fury on him. Animation cancel the curse. Fury has a little bit more of a longer duration than your curse, so that's actually fine. Dodge roll his birds. He goes into the Subterranean, but I have my Dawnbreaker up and he's not blocking. And I also have the guards that put like the Total Dark on him. So he gets just Dawnbroke. Bang. 5k Dawn, 5.4k, no crit Dawnbreaker. That's actually pretty decent. So I'm standing in his field right now and I don't want to be there for too long. But this is like all in like 1 second. Most. So I do a light attack, ransack bash, and see all these numbers. He just gets like exploded. 4k, 4.7k, 1k, 2k, and then in the left side here, you see like the bash does 2k damage to this dude. He just gets exploded. Bang. And then at that point the curse explodes. So the damage came before and the curse finished him off. So I got hit by the Subterranean even though I was trying to go behind him. It's a little bit of unluckers. But yeah, I get the 15k stones from him, so he had 30k stones. I dodge roll the Nightblade's attack. He doesn't really have anything that goes through my dodge. And I streak through line of sight, block instantly. Bigger dodge roll, line of sight, dark deal. Like here I'm not dark dealing for stamina, I'm dark dealing for a little bit of health. And I see, like, I used my pod as well. Like if I had a immovable pod or tri-stat pod here, like I probably wouldn't even need to dark deal as much. Yeah, this Nightblades are super scary, especially if they have their Assassin's Will up. They will just one-shot you, especially in no CP. So I just try to go around him. He ults me, I dodge it, or he doesn't like get me. So at some point you have to obviously turn the tides him. So I reverb him, and I think I heavy attack because I'm low stam. Instant curse because hey, I just need to heavy attack curse. I'm good on match, not good on stam though. Because I had to dodge roll so much. Light attack, ransack, bash. And here I see, oh fuck, he had all of his shields up. Just dodge it. Try to streak him here, because I thought, maybe I can punch through his shields, but he was just too tanky here. But he gets a decent amount of damage, and like I got him to about 50%, but he just puts his shield up and then goes into cloak. Yeah. Alright, so these dudes I'm fighting now are just, they're not too great. They just get one shot, so let's go to the next video. Alright. Okay, so this one is one of my favorite ones. Let's go into full screen. Right, so there's a decay coming. He doesn't have his wings up. And I'm in sneak. Like, if you can, engage from sneak, because you will always have an advantage like this. Like, heavy attack, poison injection. He gets a decent amount of damage. I actually get 2 crits since I'm attacking from stealth. Curse. I don't even have my Hurricane up here. Light attack, reverb. Like, he didn't even get damage yet, right? Except for the poison injection. But now that he's reverb, light attack, reverb bashed, he got a decent amount of damage in, and the curse hasn't even exploded. And it's going to happen in a second here. So I light attack, reverb bash, light attack, ransack bash. And now the curse is gonna explode with the major fracture from the pierce armor. Bam. Like, the execute doesn't even hit him, he just dies to the curse. Alright, at this point it's pretty funny. This dude to the left here is just taking our relic, and I don't see him because he's just under my under my text box and stuff. But I see the other dude. Light attack, poison injection, dodge roll because I don't want to get flame clenched or anything like that. Now I'm gonna put up my my hurricane because hey, the other dude was already pressured so hard I didn't really need it. But now I see, oh shit, this dude takes our relic. I didn't see him, and this dude's Max Sorc, and maybe he's running flame clench, and I'm just gonna get stunned. Bam! I get stunned. What do you say? I dodge roll, and I have my pot up. I'm low stam, but I have my pot up. So I pierce armor him, instantly get my pot up, and I'm half stam again. And I'm full magic here. Like, obviously this dude is now my main priority since he has the relic. And he's just running. But I'm fast. I put my poison injection on him with a dodge roll. Curse him. Oh no, I don't even curse him. I streak him to get him to stop running. Dawnbreaker. What was this 5k damage? It was a Dawnbreaker. And the double dot poison procs on him. And he has actually the poison status effect now. And I cancelled the Dawnbreaker with a bash as well. 2k damage from the bash. So don't forget to do the bash. He just gets smoked. Now it's only the Max Sorc on me, and he doesn't put his shields up. Like, he probably thinks, yeah, he's just gonna focus my buddy, and he doesn't have his shields up. So I put the curse on him. I'm low stam, and the second I break this CC, I'm just gonna Dark Deal. Like, he doesn't do too much damage, but a decent amount. As you can see, like, I'm not getting too much resources back, too much health back from this. Curse on him. Magicka is fine. Reverb. Just get him to stun. To stop just free casting on me. Light attack. Execute. He explodes. Like, you don't have to... You can use your Mage's Fury as a normal execute as well. Like, you don't have to chain it with your curse every time. You can use it as a normal execute. But yeah, these three dudes got smoked. Alright, here's this one dude again. Like, has not too terribly high HP, and he's still getting smoked from stealth. He should have known by now that I was there. So at this point, I'm actually going close to the enemy. Like, I know he's not too strong, so I'm going close to him to actually chain my bashes and my light attacks with my Magicka skills as well. Like, the bash misses, and the light attack as well because he dodges. Yeah, but look at this. Look at all this damage that just comes through the dots and stuff. He just gets smoked. So I'm gonna Dark Deal for some stam and some health. Put my buffs up, and actually I saved the clip here. Vigor, crit surge. I think I'm gonna Dark Deal once or twice again here. I don't even have to. Okay, this is another dude, and as you can see, he has a shitload of health for no CP. And he's running the Defile set, so I don't want to stand in there for too long. So I dodge roll. I put my curse on him and dodge roll cancel it, so I don't get like, I don't get the DK dots on me, but he gets the one dot on me, I think. So he has the curse on him now. Bam! Instant reverb to stun him, stop him from chaining his dots on me. Alright, at this point I realized, okay, fuck, this dude's actually a lot more tanky than the other DK I was fighting before. But I have my pot up, and I'm decently good on resources here. Put my vigor, pot, and you see, like, the vigor and the pot, they do a good amount of heal. Use my precog, instantly precog into this defiled puddle there, but it's fine. Here I streak through him. I want to stun them both. Our friendly DK leaps on him, but our other dude here, he's pretty tanky. So I think, hey, maybe I can kill him, but then I get sniped from the back from the green players here. So I just turn around because our main objective is to defend our relic here and not get kills. So yeah. So I vigor. Oh no, actually I put my buffs back up because crit surge actually heals as well. So yeah, and then I dark deal my stam back because I'm getting just fucking bombarded with snipes. Okay, this dude tries to get our relic, but I can't streak him, right? I have good magicka, so I streak through him, stun him. Light attack, execute. Oop, let's see. Light attack, execute, like light attack, Mage's Fury, and he has I think the double dot poisons on him as well. And this dude, he just dies from the poison injection and the Mage's Fury. He just explodes. Bang, he's dead. Alright, so I'm getting focused by this Nightblade. And I don't have really the time to turn around on him because the other dude's trying to get the relic. So I try to get my buffs back up and bash him. Dodge roll here to not get nuked by this Nightblade. And he actually, he should have just focused me, but he does turn around and I get a curse and reverb on him. Light attack, ransack bash, curse explodes, fury on him, and our DK doesn't even get his leap in. Like the fury, the curse and fury just kills him. And that's the fight. So let's see. Let's go to normal speed here because this is taking too long. Oh yeah, this is something I wanted to show you because this dude is just a normal regular stamp Sorc, right? And he's getting healed from over there. So I get stunned. I put a heavy attack. I'm low resource or decently low resource. I'm not terribly low. Heavy attack, streak, stun him. Curse, fury, I block. He tries to go for Dawnbreaker spin to win combo, but he has the dots on him, the curse fury, and as you can see, like he's 1 HP, like one. I don't have my hurricane up. If I had my hurricane up here, like it ran out, that would have killed him. But he's just dark dealing for his life, and the healer that healed him is actually getting jumped by my friendly players here. But he's just blocking. And here, this is what I told you before. Like, you can actually use your streak offensively. It doesn't do terribly bad amount of damage. I think it critted here for... Ah, fuck me. Critted for about 2k. But it's just another thing you can chain, right? Like, the enemies are too far away, you streak through them. Let's see, it's the 2.9 crit. And he just explodes from the combination of the Endless Fury, Light Attack, and the streak. Alright, here we get, I guess just use my tripod, instantly I'm good on resources. This dude's just pounding his Breath of Life, and he has decent amount of health actually. But now, like, look at this. I put the Dawnbreaker on him. He has the Curse and the Fury. Man, look at this damage. Look at the combination of it. Like, he gets the Dawnbreaker and the Fury procs together with my Pierce Armor. Just massive amounts of damage. Alright, this dude just reverb him. Would you look at that? Just absolutely exploded with the curse. And the poison injection hit him for 2.8k, so it's pretty nice execute. Oh yeah, this is something. Let's go back a bit. Alright, so we killed the one dude, right? And now we are playing against these three. And these three were actually pre-made, 100%. Like, they had a healer, they had the match Sorc, and I don't know what the other dude was, but they were playing, like, together really well. As you can see, I have the purifying light on me and stuff. And I know this dude isn't too great, like, he couldn't kill the other dude. And he's just sneaking, like, I'm gonna get all the focus. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna streak away and try to split them up. Like, I get, like, cursed and stuff, like, it's not good. I streak twice, block, dodge roll, vigor, try to get some dark deals in to get some stam back. Buff up, and now the Sorc, he streaked after me, and he's not in line of sight of his healers and stuff. And now I have actually the chance to kill him. Because if he's standing in the middle of his friends, no way I'm gonna kill him. Like, they were pretty decent players. So curse, and I'm fucking low on HP here. Like, one bad execute and I'm dead. But I have my Dawnbreaker up, so I Dawnbreaker him to stun him, to stop pounding on me. And my Vigor and my Crit Surge are doing a little bit of heal for me at the moment. So I'm actually in a decently good spot. Bam. So here I use the Ransack. I attack Ransack Bash, and Curse explodes. He's dead. I actually killed him. Now I'm getting I'm getting help from my teammates here, but as you can see on the top here, they're just gonna die. I actually cut it there. Like they just, I wanted to dark deal up and help them, but the second I turn around, they're actually dead already. But I was able to survive because I was able to streak away and be able to sustain so well. Alright, this is just a super massive bomb. Like, I see all these dudes piled up. And remember, like, you can chain actually multiple kills with your Mage's Fury. Because it is an AoE that hits multiple people. And then you can chain proc your Implosion as well. So it's really nice. I get the big fucking Dawnbreaker here. Like, the damage isn't too terribly high for each different person. But it's fine, right? And I have my team backing me up here, so now I'm Fury, 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 attack Ransack Bash, Fury, streak through him, attack Fury, bam. And look at my Magicka. Like, my Magicka was actually already back at half, because your Fury gives you back Magicka if it kills someone. 4,000 Magicka is nothing to laugh at, especially in BGs. It's like a pot. Alright, so, okay, this one is actually a little bit different, this club, because I was running Moloch Keener in this in this instance here. This is in actually Vivek, so it is CP enabled. That's why I have such big resource pools. I have my pot up, it's perfectly fine. So this dude is a lot weaker, and after he dodge rolls, he's a Magicka build, and I just gonna stun him after. Like, he tried to dodge roll out of the negate from the NPC. Bam. Like, I don't even know what hit him here. Like, the Ransack kill for 3.7, the Bash for 2.2, and the Light Attack for 1.7k. Like, it's actually a good amount of damage. Alright, so here, this dude is a little bit better. He's playing decently tanky, but he's putting his shields up again, and yeah, I can't burst him down. He's actually playing Dharma House, lol. Alright, so here I'm just gonna, I think, okay, fuck, I can't just kill him straight on. I have to actually time my burst to finish him off. So here I do 2 light attacks and then the poison injection to proc my Moloch Keener. Curse, execute, and then the Dawnbreaker. And look at the damage. Look at the damage. The Dawnbreaker hits him for 8.2k non-crit. Then I do a light attack Ransack Bash, and he just explodes. Bang. Like, I think there was an implosion as well. Like, a Curse, Implosion, Endless Fury. Like, this dude took over 20k burst. instantly died. And then I'm just gonna, I'm getting smoked by these dudes because they run into me with the 2 Subterraneans, Dawnbreaker, and the Winter Ult from the Warden. And I didn't see them in time. Here I want to streak, but I'm getting stunned before I can do that. And yeah, there was a Templar as well, and the Purifying Light kills me. Yeah, as you can see, unlucky, happens. But yeah, this just gives you an overview on how the damage actually stacks on this build and why it does work that well in no CP. Because you have like your crit surge heal and your dark deal heal, they don't scale off max pulls, max stamina or max magicka. Right, so these are really reliable heals. Same with your potion. And the way you can chain your abilities just gives you the edge over so many different other builds. Like, a lot of other different builds, they just say, okay, you use the spammable, you use an execute, and you use a delayed ability so you can get burst off. Like, you know, like Warden Subterranean or Mage's Curse or Purifying Light. But this setup doesn't really have a spammable. Like, it chains abilities in combos, not in just thinking, okay, alright, I put my dots on him and now I'm just using Pierce Armor until he's low and then I use my execute. Like, this build is meant for chaining your abilities, and I think a lot more builds should do that to work effectively. But yeah, this is it. This is the commentary I wanted to do, just to give you an idea on how to actually play this build, because it is not easy. It's definitely not easy, but once you get it down, it is just so darn strong, and you can dominate battlegrounds with this. Like, I rarely have bad battlegrounds with this, just because I'm so self-sufficient and I'm so kitey and have so much burst. But yeah, I wish you all a great day, and yeah, until later.